Hi, I'm Lisa. I'm 41 years old and I am 5 months pregnant with my second child. I met Saskia and started her fertility program about a year ago, and I came to her after having 3 years of infertility, including a very unsuccessful trial of IVF. And at the end of that unsuccessful trial, my husband and I were told that my quality of my eggs and my age were really the factors getting in the way of us conceiving, and that the most likely way we would conceive a second child would be by using a donor egg. And so we both really needed a lot of time to think about that. And I found in the process that while I sat and reflected and just wondered if that was a route I wanted to take or if having one child would be okay, I still felt this calling to have a second child and this desire to have a second child, but this fear of whether I was able to do so, and this fear of whether I was being foolish for even desiring that after the doctors told me that this was probably not going to be likely. So, meeting Saskia was wonderful because in my very first conversation with her, she really gave me hope that having a second child was possible and that my body was capable of doing so. In my very first session with Saskia, we really identified that so much of my fears were about my current mothering of my daughter. I was often worried about the type of mother I was being and if I was being good enough. That theme was with me a lot. And so a lot of my work with Saskia, ironically, was actually about the mother that I already was and finding my certainty and finding my center and trusting myself and trusting my body's ability to become pregnant and trusting in the quality of my eggs. And I found over the months of the program that while my initial worries were, what if I'm too old? What if my eggs aren't right? What if this isn't meant to be? They became, oh no, I'm a perfectly healthy age to have a second child. My eggs are just fine. It was when we would have our second child, not if. So it was really transformational because I never anticipated or expected that I would feel that way. I not only saw my emotional state change and saw my certainty grow and my appreciation in my body came back, my appreciation in myself and in my mothering and my abilities came back. But I also noticed physical changes too. My cycle changed. When we worked on specific fears, I actually felt the physical release of them. It was amazing and really spoke to the mind, body, spirit connection, and also really spoke to Saskia's talent and expertise. And Saskia would always say, I have your back and I have your baby's back. And I believed her because she's very believable, but I also felt it. She really did. And by the end of the program, I had my back too, and I had my baby's back. And 3 months after finishing the program, my husband and I became pregnant. So this journey that once felt like such a struggle and like something that was unfair and something that I did not want to be having slowly turned into this adventure. An adventure I was having on my own and really too an adventure I was having with my husband. So for anyone who may be considering working with Saskia or for anyone who just is looking to live the best versions of themselves and is looking to possibly mother a first child or a second child or a third child, I encourage you to look at this program. And I encourage you, regardless of this program or a program at all, I encourage you to stay hopeful because this journey is now something, this adventure is now something that I am so grateful for having had and feel like it has fulfilled me in so many ways. And I'm very grateful to Saskia for connecting with me and showing me the way. And I hope you too can find your way, whatever that path looks like. Much luck to you and much love to you. And thank you. And thank you, Saskia.